Hello everybody and welcome to Intersection of Solids. So in this introduction video we will be looking at what is the intersection of solids, and before we get to that, just a quick reminder for your sheet setup. Now, the line of intersection, what is it? Well, the line of intersection is where two different kind of solids meet. So in this 3D example here we can clearly see a square-based prism meeting a hexagonal pyramid, and you can see the line of intersection coming in there in yellow. Now, where can we see these lines of intersection in reality? You can see them in everyday life. They're all around us. If you're looking at roofs, where dormer windows may be intersecting with the roof, or even here on the watering can, where the spout meets the main body, or where the nozzle meets the spout up there. Over here in this building, the Bord Gáis Energy building, we have a cylindrical based front to that building, and it is meeting a cuboid, okay? But where they intersect there, that's one line of intersection here and another one that side there and up on the top, of course, as well. Now, there's several different methods to solving these questions. The first one that we're going to have a look at this week is called the limits method. And we usually solve these questions by setting up three views: our standard elevation, end view, and plan view. So you may well get some question like this, which is where we have two square-based prisms intersecting each other. One is vertical standing, the other is horizontal. And you'll notice there that the plan view is complete, but the elevation is not. So you would have to go and set up an end view there. And if I was doing that, I would draw the bigger body first, and then I would bring across our height lines there, and I would set up the end view of that square. Now, what's very important there in doing that is that you recognize when you're looking at these lines which is which in each view. So this square-based prism has four corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you need to be able to identify them. Which ones are in elevation are the ones in plan. So this guy up here that the cursor is on at the moment, that's the highest guy up there. The one that is here, that is the closer edge to us, that is down here in plan view. The lowest one must be the one down here in hidden detail. And this one here that's in hidden detail and elevation is the furthest one back, and that is that guy there. So I highly recommend you labeling your views, because if you don't, you'll get lost later on as they get quite complicated. Now also notice that this square-based prism is hitting on two faces. We can see that there in plan view. And over on the elevation, we label our corners 1, 2, 3, 4, but there's also another point of interest, 2 points in fact, and those are S and T, because the line of intersection appears as a square in the end view, but it's going from 1 to 2, 2 to T, then it turns the corner onto a different face to 3, up to 4, down to S, and then it turns back onto the first face that we started off with, and it comes down to 1. So you would have a loop going from one face to the other on such an object there. Now, what you need to do then is relabel them in plan, and I would label them in elevation as well, and bring them up. So if you have a point where line 1 coming up from plan there hits the height line from the end view, that'll get you a point. And do the same for the rest of them there. 2, and you can finish in the lines as far as that then, if you wish. So you can draw it 1 to 2. Okay, we can see that there. That's the line of intersection 1 to 2. It's happening on that face. Now you need point T next. So bring over T, and it goes from 2 to T. And you can do that up in hidden detail. That's gone out of view now. Get point 3, T to 3, up to 4, down to S, and then it's going back to 1. So you can clearly see over here, it doesn't matter which way you go, by the way. You can go clockwise around finding your points, or you can go anti-clockwise. But it goes 1 to 2, 2 to T, T to 3, up to 4, 4 to S, and back down to 1. Okay, so it's going to make a loop because everything's happening inside that vertical square-based prism. So that's a look at the first example. And if you want to see that there in color again, I can just roll through that quickly. So set up your end view, label everything, and Match your corresponding points, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, etc. Now, whether you want to get all your points first and then finish it out, or do it as it's going along there like an animated question, that's totally up to yourself. But please, please label your points or you're going to get lost, because they're going to get much more complex later on. So that's the intro there, folks. I'll put up another video shortly now, and that'll be our first question we're going to have a look at.